Hey everyone, it's Scrim, and today's footage is a little different than what I usually do. It's not just your typical feeding video. This one's more for educational purposes, and it's the reason why I tell people never to co-house dairy cow isopods or the species P. Laevis with anything, and it is because they're actually very aggressive and very protein hungry. And every time I work in their bin, or if I'm trying to move stuff around to check on things, at least every time I get bit maybe 1 to 5 times by someone. I have quite a large, very hungry colony, and they're bitey, and they will walk up to something and just take a big bite out of it if it's not another of their species. They'll just bite it. And in this video, the first 10 minutes is them trying to chew on a failed molted black tiger hisser. Now, before you guys in the comments get like super mad at me about this, I had ordered black tiger hissers, and one of them was trying to molt in the cup on the way here. And when I found him, he had only halfway split out of it, and I stuck him in a deli cup with a moist towel, gave him lots of humidity, and really tried to give him every opportunity to get out. I even tried to help him by like taking some of the skin off, and it just wouldn't come off. It was stuck. And if he got stuck that way, he's eventually going to die from starvation and dehydration and unable to walk and find food for himself. And as much as I love my roaches, I don't have enough time to sit there and babysit just a roach. I know it's harsh, but I just don't want to have to sit there and try and spoon feed something that can easily be rebred and replace itself. So and then I thought to myself, this will be a great example to show people why, if you have other inverts or smaller animals, as to why you don't keep them with dairy cows. So I set him in there, and you'll see in the time-lapse video how they'll just swarm something once they find food, and they're like, oh yeah, I'm gonna eat this. Now, granted, in the wild, sometimes they can get away if they're molting or whatever, and they'll live. But if you have your animal trapped in a box with a bunch of hungry dairy cows, eventually it's going to get chewed on, might lose toes, tips of tails, depending on if you have lizards or toads or so. It might even chew holes in them. Let's say you have a ball python and it's asleep. It might not feel a group of dairy cows chewing on its body, and it might end up with missing scales. And I find it so interesting that people constantly recommend them as co-house options. No, please. If you like isopods and you like your animals, keep P. Laevis away from co-housing. Just for the care of your animals. Please be safe. Don't use them. And after about 10 minutes, I couldn't stand watching the poor little roach struggle anymore, so I actually cut him in half and then did the rest of the time lapse with them just swarming it like ants. P. Laevis are really no joke. They're basically ants without all of the complicated pheromone trails. So that's all I wanted to say in the beginning of this video. Again, I wasn't trying to be cruel to the animal. It's just, this is for educational purposes to show you why you shouldn't co-house dairy cows or P. Laevis in general with anything. I hope you all have a wonderful day. Please enjoy the video, and keep in mind I'm not there to be animal cruelty. It is educational purposes, and things gotta eat. So have a great day. Bye.